I don't like making these kinds of videos, but this one's warranted. Trust me. I have put up with this for too long, and I'm not letting it slide no more, because this time it's seriously going too far. I told you, Light. I told you to stay away from me and stay out of my life. Leave me alone. I told you that. And what are you doing? Trying to garner my attention again. So, you wanted my attention? You freaking got it. So, context for people who don't know who I'm talking about. This guy is a past acquaintance of mine. I met him in about maybe 2022. I was about 14, 15 whenever I met him. We knew each other for a good while. Thought we were good friends. Until about 2024, I finally realized what he was doing. There were clues on the way there, but I realized what was going on. Turns out, every little vent he made, every little thing that he talked about in my server or literally anywhere else, I want you guys to know this is the person who changes their profile picture whenever they're sad, changes their status, changes their entire bio, does immense amounts of freaking overkill just to get someone to talk to him whenever he's sad. And he's done this probably enough times to where if you challenged me to take a shot of liquor every single time I've seen him do it, I would end up in the hospital, or worse, I might wind up being dead. So in 2024, I cut him off. I told him to stay out of my life. I didn't want him to be around me anymore. I gave him enough chances as is. He kept on asking to come back into my server when he literally caused all kinds of hell in there. And I kept telling him no. I told him no. He got angry and snippy at me whenever I called him out that day. Light bought subscribers and showed it off on a live stream of his. And I called him out for that in DMs. I called him a fraud, which, yeah, you could say that was overkill. But, I mean, what kind of person buys subscribers to try to quote-unquote start a career? You don't see me doing that. I could've, but I didn't. I got here in about 12 years' time, but I got here through pure motivation. Insert Virgil bury the light joke here. I didn't buy my subscribers. This has nothing to do with it, so I'm not going to talk long on it. But bottom line, he bought subscribers. I called him a fraud. And then we went back and forth. He said that I never gave a crap about him. You know what? Let me pull up the DMs. Alright, so this was around the time when he was still changing his status repeatedly. And just this whole profile on Discord, talking about how he's going to
game end himself,
and this and that and the other, all kinds of depression stuff. Here's the thing with that kind of topic. People who really want to do it don't say they want to do it. They never are open about it like he was. He was way too open about it. That's not what a person who has those feelings would act like. I told him that he's literally driving away everyone who cares about him with the way he was acting. He said, oh, it's not his fault. It's other people who made me like this. What people? Bree? The person who called you out on your crap? That you still hold a grudge against? And now I'm on that list because I cut you off? I told him that I brought up the whole bot subscribers thing. He said, yeah, I can tell you saw that. I really don't care what you say. And I told him, you don't care what I say, but you really care about what everyone else says to you. He said, I care what my other friends say, but I know dang well you didn't give a flying F about me. I did, Light. I did. I did care about you. That's why I kept you around for so long. Because I tried and tried and tried to change you. But I need to realize that I can't change anyone. Unless if I get lucky. But I can't change no one. I told him about the stuff I saw on his status that night. I told him he made his profile picture like Suicide Mouse. You guys know that little Disney creepypasta. It's very iconic. I don't need to introduce it. He made his entire profile Suicide Mouse themed, and then he talked a big game about wanting to
self-destruct in a game of Smash Bros.
But with his status, whenever he was saying all that, his status said he was literally playing Smash Ultimate. How are you gonna talk a big game about that and then be gaming at the same time? Like, what? He said, he said I wasn't making it easy to talk to him. I told him I tried to get him to calm down, but I can't get him to listen to me if it were to save my life. He said that I'm lucky I still have people who care about me. I said, you don't? Oh wait, you don't know that you do because you're driving them away from you. Depression's not a personality trait, or not a quirky personality trait, Light. It's not like a funny little thing to put in your bio. It's a genuine problem in the world. He said, you know, maybe if you didn't come talk to me about this, maybe I wouldn't be depressed as much. I said, oh, so now it's my fault you're depressed? That's not how it works. You don't just develop depression in the snap of a finger. You have to be diagnosed with it. You take medication for it. And yeah, I know about that stuff, maybe because my mom does it. He then said that he's sorry for putting me and the others through this, and I can hate Docs or do whatever I want to him. He doesn't deserve my forgiveness. He wanted to say he's sorry. And I said, yeah, you really conveyed that message well. Sorry, kid, time's up. I tried to help you, but it just looks like my efforts are in vain. And then after that, I just cut him off. I was done. I'm still done. I'm still done as in, like, looking back on that situation just really makes me realize how absolutely stupid it was. But I don't think about it every day of my life. That's the big difference. I don't think about the situation every day. I don't do that. Come to find out that he held that against me for a long time. Like, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that he held that against me for the longest time. I didn't even freaking do anything. All I did was cut him off. I literally didn't do anything. I tried my best to help him. He did this to himself. I didn't do crap. The only thing I did was dip on him, and he took that real freaking personally. And I'm disappointed in him. But fast forward through all that, that's not important. Just want to explain my history with him and why I'm making this video. Tonight, this shows up on my feed. You guys recognize the character in there? Probably because look who it is. You know, the guy I voice, my Sona, all that. Did you ever give Light permission? Did you ever, like, willingly go in that video, buddy?
Nope.
You know, I didn't think so. Yeah, he used my Sona in a Roblox FNF SML thing. I don't know. I don't pay attention to FNF anymore. I haven't since 2021, and technically speaking 2022, but that's behind me. Genuinely don't know where this dude gets off in taking my character and putting it in something that I did not give him permission to use my character in. I'm not friends with Light. I haven't been friends with him in a year now. I cut him off a year ago. This month literally marks a year ever since it happened. Not only that, but couldn't even, like, animate it correctly. So what he did in turn, he went to my Roblox page instead, because he couldn't draw it to animate it at all. And my Roblox avatar, mind you, looks like this. Does it look familiar to you in this? Maybe this. Or this. Yeah. Stole my Roblox avatar without my permission to use in this random freaking video just to garner attention from me. If this is rage bait Light, it's working. Little editor's note during the editing of this video, the animation quality is actually really freaking superb, so kudos to whoever made it. I don't know the person, but it does look really freaking good. Keep doing what you're doing. Dude, you are almost 18 years old. You need to grow up. Genuinely. Move on from the little disagreement that me and you had back in way when. Move on. I don't want to be involved with you anymore. I really don't. Now look, this ain't the first time he's done this, and I sincerely doubt it's gonna be the last. In fact, this video alone might motivate him to go to his Discord server, go into the vent channel, and talk about how this video's making him depressed, and that he's probably gonna garner a ton of people from his Discord server to come at me. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, heck, he has comments disabled on that video that I just showed you guys. And in the end of it, he says that he's moved on. Or the editor's note says that he's moved on. How? Excuse me, sorry. How in the world do you move on from a situation if you're still garnering, or if you're still using the person that you were trying to get away from or move on from? How are you going to move on and then proceed to involve him in a little project you're making? Like, really? I did not give him permission to use my character, dude. I never did. Like, emphasis on never, because I haven't talked to him in a year. I would not have made this video. to be honest. I didn't want to make this video. Because I don't like talking on stuff like this. Public internet drama is stupid on levels of this is something I tend to avoid. Because it's just a bunch of raccoons with internet access. Russian Badger reference, hope you got that. But next thing you know, I find another video. And the girl in that video looks an awful lot like another someone I know. Yeah. He nabbed a different character from another past acquaintance of his, and you guys probably know her, because she's appeared on the channel before. Her name's Jay. I played Portal 2 with her. He stole her persona. Well, I'd say it loosely because he says that it's a completely different character in his AU, but guys, look at this. Now look at this. That's too convenient. That is way too freaking convenient. So, not only that, how? Why, on God's name, are you going to not only take my character, but take another person's character who had more, who knew you longer than I did? And another note, Jay's extremely disappointed in you, dude. Very disappointed in you. Like, this single-handedly probably destroyed her night. I would not have made this video if it was just me. You can come at me all you want. I'm used to that. I'm used to people. I'm used to that already. But gun after one of my friends, and that's when you get a response out of me. Jay has nothing to do with what happened between me and you, Light, so leave her out of this. Butt out. Jay did as much as she freaking could for you. Really, she did as much as she could for you, Light, and the next thing you know, you're doing this. She's heavily disappointed in you. This is one of the reasons why she freaking cut you off. It's one of the reasons why I cut you off. You do so much stuff in motives to just get attention. This is probably just an attention-seeking attempt, and not even probably, I know it is. You're not just gonna go and take a couple people's characters and act like you're gonna get away with it scot-free. For God's sake, dude. All you had to do was just come up with something original. But no, take a couple of your past acquaintances' OCs and then put them in something that they don't want to be a part in. You sound a lot like another person I knew. I mean, they're gone now, but still. This story is very similar to that. Stay out of my life, Light, and stay out of Jay's life. Leave her alone and leave me alone. I've been leaving you alone ever since I cut you off, so that does not give you the permission to continuously come at me. You need to move on. I've already moved on. I don't think about you every freaking day like you do to me. You're treating us like we're another Bree or whatever the heck their name was that screwed you over. That's what you're treating us like. Quit doing stuff like this, and maybe, just maybe, you won't be knocked off by all your other friends. Maybe they won't leave you and realize that you're just doing all this for the sake of attention. Maybe then, if you quit doing that, that'll quit happening to you. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Put your freaking petty feelings about me and Jay behind you and move on in your life. You're almost an adult. You're almost 18 years old, Light. Grow up. That's my opinion on the matter.